We are live.
We're live.
Cool.
So we're gonna, I wanted to just address whoever had that one comment before. What was the comment?
About what the show is.
Oh, that's what it was? Yeah, so I left television to do this because everyone's doing television and no one doing this. That's kind of the easy answer, but the honest answer is the Today Show really wanted me to do a lot more fitness and just fitness, and I wanted to branch out and do a bunch of things, and this is a platform that allows me to do a bunch of things plus a million more things on top of the bunch of things, which is really great. So that's what I'm doing, and we are simulcast live across all these different platforms, the Instagram and Twitter and Periscope and YouTube and YouNow every once in a while. So this is fun for me, and hopefully this will be where we end up for a while. Right, Lance?
I hope that we're going to end up here, there, and everywhere for a while.
Okay.
Not just here.
Perfect.
We were all over yesterday.
Hey, Connor, did you have that article on the inauguration, or is it in here?
Yes, that's right.
Thank you. Steph's going down to the inauguration to cover it this week. And in many ways, people are going to say, oh, she's so lucky, like she'll be covering the inauguration. Thank you so much.
Margie Lucy says, Jenna, you were doing great. We love you guys. You make us happy.
Oh, Margie, I love you. Thank you. It's so nice of you. But I just wanted to say that these things aren't as easy as you think they are. I'm talking about covering big events. It's really hard. So someone scoffed at my eye rolling the other day when I mentioned that I'd gone to a couple Super Bowls because my Super Bowl wasn't the same experience as yours might have been or would have been or was or would be. I'm not out there enjoying the hoopla and the fervor and the fanfare and sitting in the stands and eating and drinking and watching the game and partying. Like, there's no part of that that's happening. Who's in the room?
Marcy.
Marcy Olin is here? Marcy, we missed you. Thank you for being here and thanks for watching the show. I'm in the process of just talking about covering the Super Bowl.
Judy 1530. I'm sorry. Judy 1534 says, Thews is great, super easy to set up, and I'm a sports junkie now. I have to rearrange my apps to get this on my main page.
There you go. Beautiful. Marcy, there were many years where you invited me to a Super Bowl party that I couldn't attend because I was now covering the Super Bowl, and I know that I always kind of bitched a little bit about it, and only because I didn't get a chance to really enjoy the game, and I love the Super Bowl. There's a ton of work. You're watching it from a small little media room on a small little television, and you don't get to really hear anything, and then basically at halftime of the game, you're standing online waiting to get out onto the field because you're there for work and work only. And it is just a ton of sprinting around and racing and bumping into each other and tripping and falling and bruising and elbowing and pushing and a lot of shoving. I mentioned the shoving. And then you finally first hit the locker room and you get your sound bites, and then you're sprinting to a satellite truck, and then you're picking out sound bites and feeding it back to New York, and you're writing. And I was at the Today Show, you're basically up all night, and then you get up the next morning and you do the live story, and then you got to fight your way to the airport and come back. Obviously, the more enjoyable part would have been to enjoy the game and or watch it from the stands or from home on your couch. So it's the same thing with the inauguration. There's going to be a trillion people there. There are going to be marches and boycotts and celebrations and historic presidential things happening. And some people say it's amazing to go, and other people say it's really difficult to cover something like that. Some people are drawn to all of that, and some people don't love that as much. Stephanie and I differ. Stephanie loves that experience. She's attracted to, my friend Jeff Rossen, attracted to the huge stories.
I thought you were saying she was attracted to Jeff Rossen. That was how I heard that.
They're drawn to
Does she dream about Jeff? Like, have you ever had a dream about Jeff?
I did have a dream about Jeff once.
And? Did it end up better for you than Matt's dream?
No, Matt's dream was really intense.
It ended up really intense.
Yeah,
was Matt's dream the most intense dream you've ever had?
No.
What was the most intense dream you ever had?
It was not about a guy.
So, what was the most intense dream you ever had?
It was about a woman.
What was the dream you had?
It was a really intense dream.
Where did it take place? Under what tree?
There was no tree. The tree was Matt.
Okay,
it was a willow tree.
It was a willow tree, and Matt, so it was a big tree.
Yeah, it was a big tree.
Okay. And Matt, so where was this dream?
You really threw me off guard. Like, I was on guard, and then you, like, donkey kicked me off guard.
Speaking of donkey kicked, I know somebody
You
who
know
could.
something about donkey kicks.
I know because you think of them. They have.
No, not true at all. I don't remember the details. I do remember. I remember calling a friend of mine up and saying, I had a really intense dream last night. Doesn't mean anything, right? She was like, no, of course not. People dream all the time. And she told me that she dreams about a guy even though she's married and has a husband and all.
Okay. And I mean,
When you were married, did you ever have a dream about someone else?
What?
When you were married, did
Is
you ever
this
dream
the
about
Lance
someone
Lafer
else?
show or the Jenna Wolf show? Nobody cares about my dreams.
Oh, they do care about your dreams. Does anyone even care about all this stuff? I was like in the process of telling you about. Is anyone going to the big march this weekend?
The Women's March?
Women's March.
I wasn't invited. It's a Women's March. Me and Connor are going. We are not going to the woman. Connor, you going to
No,
the
but I
Women's
wasn't
March?
asking you. I was asking.
Oh, them. I don't know. Let me see if anybody here. Okay. Tracy Bender Schisler says, yes, your show is great. I will be going back to work in 4 weeks, so we'll not be able to watch it live. We'll have to watch it in the evening.
No. All right.
Tony Kendall, Jenna, just a note, don't be like John Lovitz on The Celebrity Apprentice who brought in $500 in fundraising money on Monday's show. Any one of us could have raised that or more.
I will keep that in mind. That's a good note.
Speaking of your dreams, Mary Cole is saying that Belichick is on TV now talking about the AFC game.
I wouldn't know because we don't have a TV behind me right now.
We
When
have
is-
a
we
TV
had
right
Charlie
there.
here yesterday.
Yeah, I should have talked about it.
This is
Oh,
let's see what
Caitlin.
comes first. Let's
Caitlin
see
one
here.
says everybody cares. They all care about the march. So
So
is
you're
anybody
going
going
to
to the march?
I'm just curious. Anyway, that being said.
Oh, they're
if
caring
anyone's
about
wondering-
my dreams. I think maybe I misinterpreted. That they
Yeah,
are saying
yeah,
that they
yeah,
care
they're
about my
caring
dreams.
your dreams.
Okay.
I have a couple headlines that I
Go
was
for
going to
it.
discuss and get into, or we could talk about my sexual dream about Matt Lauer the other night.
You want to put up a
Dealer's
poll? Connor, put up a poll. Headlines.
No
are-
poll, no poll.
Sexy Matt Lauer dreams are headlines.
Sexy man. So, in telling that story, I realized that I speak very fast. So, this 4-hour show, if Brian Williams did it, would be a 12-hour show. He speaks slowly. I speak a mile a minute. Then I came across this article. Men convey more information than women when they talk, but researchers say it's only because they aren't worried about whether they are actually understood. Whether we speak quickly or slowly, we convey information at the same exact rate. So whether I speak a mile a minute or he speaks super slowly, the same amount of information is conveyed. Does that make sense? And it's because men don't care whether they're understood or not, and women will go over it and 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 pound the point home. Your fake yawn is grinding on my nerves.
Leah Bia says, let's talk about the Matt Lauer dream.
Leah Bia. Isn't your name Aaliyah or Sarah Lee? Wasn't you the one that was Sarah Lee?
So you're talking about there's too much information? That was the whole thing?
No, it's that I used to think I had to speak fast to get all the information out. It turns out the same amount is conveyed whether you speak slowly or quickly.
I speak slowly. Did you ever
Right.
notice that?
I mean, I love you so much,
But how
sometimes
annoying am I when I
I'm in
open
a
up my
rush,
mouth?
or I need to go, or something, and you are in the middle of a thought, and you cannot wrap it up.
I don't, because
And
it's
it goes
like, because I'm
on
thinking aloud.
On and on and on. Me, I get to the end of the sentence, and I know right. I am so good at social cues. You have no idea.
You're really good at social cues.
Phenomenal at social
I'm trying to
cues.
pick it up from you.
You should.
I'm
Just
trying.
Assume that
I'm trying. I know
you
my
wanna get
social
the point
cues are
out.
horrible.
Yeah, you have terrible social cues.
I have no social. I have no
None.
social skills.
No, you have social skills. You have no social cues.
Cues.
Big difference.
Okay.
Big difference. What? You look like you're about to say something.
So, Blind Nook says, I'm from Mississippi. You don't know slow. Sherry Stretch says, just cut to the chase. I think that's
Yes.
directed at me. But I read everybody's comments.
I know, that's great.
That was like a really... Daphne Charlton Lansmore says, your show comes from the heart. That's all that matters. You seem to really care about how people are doing, and that makes people watch you.
Thank you. I do care. I care what you have to say. I care what I'm doing. I care what I'm talking about. I care about the guests that come in. I care about Connor and Lance. Sometimes it's to a fault. Sometimes I care too much. I worry a lot.
I missed the name, but somebody is asking if you're watching a shit show on Friday. Is there a shit show on Friday?
A shit show?
He was asking if you're watching the shit show on Friday. Did he mean the
The
inauguration?
inauguration. Is what I'm
Oh,
talking
that's a
about.
little obnoxious.
It can't possibly be talking about Shark Tank. That's the only other show I know that's on
Fridays. I don't know.
And it's my favorite show on TV right now.
I don't know if we'll be watching. I guess we could have the inauguration and we have our show on.
Of course we'll be watching. Are you joking? It's historic. A president's new
I think it's a big
office.
deal, yes.
I would have liked to have been watching it up there. I think that would have been really cool. But we won't. We'll watch it over there.
I think we could do both. We'll eventually have the TV up there. What do you think is going to come in first? The couch or the...
Well, you have to do something to make the TV come in. You can't just hope for it to come.
I think I just have to make a phone call and it'll be here a day later.
Right. So you
I just have to
do
get the time to
something.
do that.
Well, maybe you don't have to schlep all over the different boroughs tonight. Just make it one God instead. To do your work. You have all these business meetings. They're all over the boroughs. They should all come here. You have a place to have meetings now.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You're lecturing on social cues?
My scripts were in my room. Continue on, or I will continue on.
You continue on.
Okay. So there's a wave in New York City of cash-only restaurants, or at least there were a couple years ago, where you could only pay cash because a lot of these companies didn't want to have to pay the credit card fees. And then all of a sudden it sort of flipped and no one carries cash anymore, at least not here in New York. I haven't had cash in 3 years. I just charge everything because I don't carry a wallet. I'm usually carrying 2 children and diaper bags and all of it. So I have my phone and attached to it is like there's a credit card inside and that's the end of it, and I charge my way through taxis and everything. So now there are a couple of restaurants, there's this new thing of completely cashless restaurants. It's all credit cards. It's for a number of reasons. One, it expedites the whole process. At the end of the night, you don't have to settle up with tips and the cash. It's like an hour-long process. Number 2, it helps prevent any kind of robbery because there's no cash on premise. It's only, everything's on an iPad and that's backed up. So if you take the iPad, that's what you took. Number 3, you could check people out much faster right at the table. You don't have to wait for someone to go and come back. Boom, they swipe it through just like they do in London, and you're well on your way. And there was some backlash over people saying, well, forget it, we've hit a new low. There's no way this is going to work. I would never do it. I love that idea. You're in and out in 2 seconds. I haven't paid cash to a taxi cab in I don't know how long. My whole body's practically out of the cab and I'm sticking my credit card in as I'm pulling up to my destination. And that's how I want it to be. What do you think, Lance?
I think that cash is important and I don't like it. I think there are a lot of people who pay for their restaurants with cash and they should be allowed to eat in restaurants.
Cool. Okay.
It's legal currency.
Of course it's a legal currency, but I gave you all these reasons why it can go faster. I mean, you don't think there's a
I think, isn't cash faster than credit card?
Not when the guy's at your table with this, and you hand it to him and he goes like this, and he hands you your card and you're done. Cash, no one gives you exact change, or it's very rare. You have to wait for them to go.
Normally you would, like, if
back.
somebody's going to give you, like, you're giving them a tip. So, like, if you're paying with cash, like, let's say your bill's
$12.
$87 or whatever, $82, you give them 100 and whatever, 105,
Most people don't have $100 of cash in their wallet. They'll have like $50.
But for the people who go to, whatever. I don't know.
Anyway, I like it. I'm on board with it.
Darren's asking if we paid for the couch with cash.
We're soon not going to pay for that cash.
Cash is king, not at the new restaurants.
I'm listening.
You want the comments?
Well, let's do some comments.
Okay, so Judy1534 says cash is king, but not. Courtney Hagan says 2 things that surprised me about New York City and dining here. 1, so many cash-only places, and 2, not being able to split the checkup if you're done with 6 or 8 friends. I thought if you dine with 6 or 8 friends, I've gone many places where we just like to throw in our cards.
With 6 people, some restaurants don't let you do more than 6. But I got to tell you, you know how a lot of rookies or a lot of teams do it. Like I know when I was covering the Flyers, they would all go out to eat, and it would be like 12 of them.
And they all fight over who would treat you?
Absolutely not. They all take their credit cards, they play credit card roulette, and they all put their credit cards in a hat, and one person takes it out. They take out one card, and that person has to pay the entire bill. So you have a 1 in 12 chance of not paying anything and eating for free, but that 12th person is probably going to pay like $4,000 for their...
You have an 11 in 12 chance of not
Correct. You have an 11 you have 1 in 12 chance of being the person.
Being the person that gets messed up.
It's a good system, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, she did this yesterday. Nola Girl at Heart says, "Hi Jenna, Courtney here.
Hey,
I see
Courtney.
the benefit of both, but sometimes you have to be careful when you're swiping because of credit card fraud."
Mm-hmm.
Ted Gent says, "At Daphne, I've been blessed to have known Jenna since childhood. Your keen observation of her heartfelt speaking ability is exactly who Jenna has always been."
Who is that?
Ted Gentle.
Teddy Gentil.
Gentil, I'm sorry.
Hey, Ted! I guess you go by Ted now because you're an adult, but when you were in 3rd grade, you went by Teddy. Wow, Teddy and I were in Haiti together with Saskia and Katie and Sarah, and that's awesome, dude. I'm so happy to hear from you, and you were so lovely to say that about me, and I was a little speaking demon when I was in 3rd grade. All I wanted to do was give speeches about what I have no idea. I remember I once gave a speech on English muffins. We had to pick a food item and get up at the front of the class and describe it. And I got to the front of the class and I decided I didn't want any notes. I just wanted to wing it. And I was trying to say the word nook and cranny because the old English muffin commercials, they used to talk about the nooks and crannies. And then I got confused and I got scared and I said nuggets and cranny. And then I thought I said the N word and I got very, very scared and I started like almost hyperventilating. Anyway, that threw me back a few weeks, but then I came back strong. With another performance. I don't know why I thought about that. Anyway, Teddy, it's lovely to hear from you. I certainly hope you're doing well. My regards to your family and the friends we have in common, and please continue to watch and listen. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. He says, haha, yes. Scott Halwarder says, "Good afternoon, Jenna, looking sharp. Wow."
Thank you.
Tony Kendall says, "Jenna, did you hear the news story about an Australian reporter who went to interview a runner at a race, and the reporter asked the runner spell your first and last, and the runner spelled the words first and last?"
Oh, I didn't hear that, no.
Okay. Daphne Charlton Lansborough says, "At Ted, that's so great. I am glad that she is that way you say she is. So important to be honest. She is a lovely person."
Oh, Daphne, marry me. I love you.
Karen Bonert says, "I used to never carry cash until my kids became school age. Now they always need a few dollars for a field trip or fundraiser."
I know. That's what I could see that coming. You're right.
Kristen Murphy says, "I missed the opening segment live, but just saw that you read my post. Glad you appreciate it. Glad to watch all this unfold."
Are you kidding, Kristen Murphy? I have your article right here. We talked about it the entire opening segment. Kristen's the lovely, lovely lady who wrote this little great write-up blog about our show, and I loved it. I literally couldn't have written it better. I read blogs all the time. This was so well written, so I had our guys pin it at the top of my Twitter feed so everybody could read it. You guys go listen and check out Kristen Murphy's blog.
It's in our, all over our social media.
It's all over our social media. So go into it and let's see what Kristen
Actually, I
Murphy's
should put it. I'll put a
blog.
link up on the Instagram pages also.
Okay, and then Kristen, next time you're around, you come on the show, come watch it live. Don't watch it through the cameras. Come sit down and hang out with us. And we're so happy to have you, having done that. Thanks. I really, really appreciate that. Just so you know how much we appreciate write-ups and chatter. It goes a long way. And no one.
Sherry Stretch says Kristen did a great job writing.
Kristen did a great job writing. Thank you, Kristen, very much.
Good job. Tracy Bender Schisler says, "Don't worry, I will watch on my day off, and I get home by 2:30 a.m. By 2:30 p.m. I guess."
Oh, wow.
So I will get on then for the last half hour.
Thank you.
Tracy Bender Schisler says, "Yes, your show is great. I will be going back to." Oh, okay, we caught that one earlier.
Yeah.
Samuel Santi Perez says, "Hi Jenna, hope you are having an awesome day."
It's getting there.
And I think I might be caught up.
Nice.
I might be. And no. Haitian Scout says, "Are you going to MSNBC? And we'd love to see you do a story in Petitionville?
Pitchenville.
Pitchenville.
Wow, that's my hometown in Haiti. That's so random that you want me to go to MSNBC and do a story on my hometown in Haiti. But I would love to. They would have to actually.
Yeah, I think he has. His name is Haiti, and his cat, and Haiti High Scout, I think.
Okay.
Judy 1534 says, "Is Connor doing dishes in the background?" Sounds like it.
No, Connor. Connor is very talented. That does not fall under his scope of his talent. Let me tell you how messy these boys are. These boys are messy. I had to bring in reinforcements because it was too much for me. I'm a neat, clean freak. But you're nice. I like you.
Oh, okay. It's Haiti NHL Scout.
Oh,
not,
cool.
not Haitian. Okay.
A lot of hockey in Haiti.
Aaron says Connor has dishpan hands. Mary would be proud.
Aw, dishpan hands.
What?
Dishpan hands.
Dishpan hands?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't.
So cute.
What does that mean?
Because you're washing your hands so much they're dry.
No,
I
washing
mean,
the
you're
pan,
washing
the
dishes
pan,
so
dishes.
Right.
Shoot.
Go.
I did that. Miss Allie B says, "Hi Lance, ask Jenna, almond milk or skim?" Oh, Allie.
Almond milk, Allie.
Hi.
Almond milk latte. Don't even think of bringing coffee because let me tell you, as it is, you're bringing like yourself. You're like, Allie's on maternity leave. I know exactly what it's like to be on maternity leave. You have 4 hours in between breastfeeding babies. So anything you do has to be within 4 hours of pumping. You have a 4-hour window to do absolutely anything, and then it gets really tough. Can I just share a really personal story with you that I think you might enjoy? You might not. I don't know. Maybe you won't.
Please.
2 weeks after I gave birth to Quinn, the folks from Law & Order, I might have told you part of this, I think I did, asked me to come be on the show. How do you say no to Law & Order SVU? One of the best shows on
I've never
television.
said no or yes to Law and Order.
I said, certainly, I'd love to. I actually emailed them while I was in the delivery room. Okay? I gave birth. Oh, no, I hadn't had the baby yet. I was in the hospital delivering Quinn. We were just hanging out, Steph and I get the email from, I want to say it's Jonathan Stark, one of their executive producers. I said, of course I'm going to come. Are you kidding? So I had the baby, and then I had 2 weeks to figure out a way to get upright and myself into a dress. 2 weeks wasn't going to happen. Within 2 weeks, I was still, any mom out there knows this, fully breastfeeding, sweating profusely. My hormones were still out of whack. Like, you know, I was heavy. Like, I lost the baby, but not the baby weight. So, I mean, the baby came out. I was no longer pregnant, but I still had obviously all of the baby weight on me. So I go to the show, the set. They actually shoot down here at Chelsea Piers. And my call time was for, I think, what it was like 6 p.m. or something. So I had to be hair, ready, makeup, wardrobe by 6 p.m. I was ready by 6 p.m. I timed the whole thing. I brought my pump just in case. Left milk at home with the baby. So now I'm there at 6 p.m. at 6:30. It's 7, it's 7:30. It's 8, it's 8:30. It's 9, it's 9:30. Remember, you really have to pump or feed within like 2, 3, 4, 5 hours tops. All of a sudden, it is like 11 o'clock. I'm dying. I'm like ready to explode. I'm sitting on set. It just had to shoot all these other scenes, and I was like, I finally couldn't take it anymore. And I'm like, if you'll excuse me, please just call me when you guys are ready. It's 11 o'clock at night. I'm absolutely exhausted. My eyes are barely open. They're bloodshot red. My hormones, I'm sweating profusely. My breasts are about to explode. There's nothing more annoying. Run back to my dressing room, and I said, at this point, I absolutely, there was nothing else I could do. But they had me in all these things. If you're a woman, you know this. You have your pantyhose on. Then they put on Spanx. They were trying to squish me in so I didn't look pregnant. Then the Spanx. Then a one-piece dress that went over my head. I honestly looked like a kielbasa. I was stuffed in there, ready to go. I couldn't get the dress off fast enough. So I pulled the dress up from the bottom. So now all you see is my bra, and then I had these Spanx on, and then these pantyhose under the Spanx, and then I had heels. And I grabbed these two suction things, and I'm like, boom, and this machine goes on, nah, 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 and it's pumping because I was like, whoa. At that moment, I said to myself, how incredibly humiliating. As women, we got the worst off of the sexes. There's no way a guy would be able to handle this. And I'm bitching, and I'm trying to remember my lines, and I'm exhausted, and I'm tired. And just like that, knock, knock, open up. Jenna, we're ready for you. And I'm standing there. He walks in. I'm standing there. Dress up to here, naked, pumps coming out of me. I mean, imagine it to be Connor. Connor has never seen such a thing. His eyes have never seen a woman pumping before. I would imagine the guy still is traumatized by what he saw that night. And I made no bones about it, didn't even try to apologize. I just said, I'll be right with you. Thank you very much. And close the door like this. So you need to back up. In order to close the door, you're going to have to back up. So he backs up, and I put the dress down, and I had a real hard time memorizing the lines. I was all kinds of messed up. Now, have they invited me back since? No, they haven't. But I did tell them that I was so pregnant, and they knew that, and they were lovely. They were so great and so wonderful with me. Anyway, that was my...
I told you in the past, but I'll just repeat it because it ties into the story, that when my first wife had our kid, I thought she was saying crest pump because we had a crest pump in our... I used to have the crest pump toothpaste, and that was what I thought.
It is absolutely amazing that women do this. It really, really is. I gotta tell you.
Michelle Hicks 40 says, "Oh my gosh, this is like sitting down with a friend and chatting about life. Love this show."
Take
LOL.
a picture of that. You know what? I want to start documenting my favorite.
I'll start doing that. Yes.
That is awesome, Michelle. Like, how awesome is that? Thank you for saying that. That's what I want this to be like. I want you to ask me questions and I'll be able to answer them.
All right, and then we have AJ Hopkins 1221 says, "From a fellow breastfeeding mom, you have all of my sympathy."
Thank you.
Judy 1534 says, "LMAO," that means laughing my ass off, I guess. Great story. Leah Bia says, "Ha ha." Lolene 19 says, "Hi Jenna, my wish is for you to create a work out of lupus and connective tissue people like me. I love to see you work out. It inspired me to be healthier, but I need a low impact routine."
Okay.
Robert Jutensko says, "Jenna, again, love this show. You are a gifted and talented journalist. What prompted you to do your own show? Do you have any press credentials? What's your plan? How can we make this a huge success?"
I don't need press credentials because it's live streaming, and right now we're able to do what we want when we want, so we do it every day from 11 to 3. I want this to be a huge success. We need more people to know about it, like Kristen Murphy, who wrote this great
Speaking of which, Kristen Murphy says, "Would love to come to watch. I'm in Western Colorado. Hope to make it back to make it back east soon. Hope to take you up on that offer in the near future."
Kristen, just get on a plane and come here and be on the show. That would be a great blog. In fact, let's see anyone that wants to come write about it, come be on the show, check out the experience.
From both sides.
And then, do a little Joni Mitchell. Like, check it out from both sides now. You see how I worked that in?
I saw that.
She didn't even write a song in 2017.
And, okay, let's say Kristen Murphy is kemurphy.com. If you want to see the story. Tony Kendall. Okay, I got that. We are... 29 Julie Gabe says, "Best story for moms everywhere. Thanks for sharing."
It wasn't the best story for me because my breast almost fell off, but I'm glad that I was able to share that little piece of advice. This all started because Allie Berger's here and she's in the process of breastfeeding. I was telling them...
She's not really in the process of breastfeeding right now.
She's not a breast hanging out. They're both in the place where they should be. But I was telling these guys the story. I was on Law & Order. And
I was watching the story on my way up here.
Yeah, that was me. I basically have no shame. And that's the beauty of this, is there's no producer, there's no line between what I say. Oh, sorry, Larry.
No. I'm the nobody. I appreciate you realizing. I appreciate you realizing.
No, I get myself.
I appreciate you just acknowledging that I'm a nobody. I appreciate it.
Not acknowledge your nobodiness. I basically said
you have nobody. You said you have nobody producing.
There's
What's my title here? I'm the producer, and nobody's producing. It's just transitive. Courtney Hagan says, "I need some good vibes today, guys. Potentially a great career opportunity has come up for me. I have a phone call, like 2.
Are you starting a new live streaming show? Awesome. Those are about the only vibes I can share right now. Other than that, my vibe is full. Hey, we wish you all the best, Michelle. Seriously.
Courtney.
Good luck. Oh, it was Courtney?
Courtney.
Oh, I thought it was Michelle. Good luck, Courtney. Knock 'em dead. Be you.
Shelley Knight Wilkie says, "You are awesome. Thank you for being a bright spot in my day."
Oh, thank you very much.
And
Nice of you.
Do you want any more stories or?
I had one more story I was going to read.
Okay.
We don't need to. maybe it stressed me out. It was about these actors that are on this new show, of this new History Channel show, which of course I don't get because Stephanie got like the cheapest cable package. So we literally have nothing now. Anything I want to see, we basically have like 4 channels. I get excited about something, I put it on, and it says if you want to subscribe, press here. Obviously this is a channel I don't have, but it's a new Navy SEALs program, and they put the actors through an actual Navy SEALs test, like 2 hours of sleep a night, ridiculous working out for 27 straight hours. And I'm the only sicko that walks away from this article like jealous that they were in better shape. Because Loserville over here, I didn't even get a chance to work out today. That was my takeaway from it. Anyway, I'm glad I was able to read that headline and call it news. That was my favorite part about all that. Okay, so Allie B is here. She's Miss Allie B. We'll just get you a ton of followers. Can we do that, if nothing else?
Yes, I'm on private though, so I have like 1,000 pending requests from a bunch of weird boxing fans.
Oh, because her husband's a
No.
her husband's a famous boxer? Yes, you heard me right. Not like he celebrates Thanksgiving in Canada. He's actually a real boxer, and so he's got a lot of people that follow Allie. So don't follow her because she won't even know. That being said, we will take a break. I drank 16 gallons of water. I'm going to take out 16 gallons of water, and then we will be right back.
We'll be right back.
I can't even believe you're here. You're so funny.
So you're like my first outing, and I'm so
I
excited
know.
to be here. By the way, you should do your show from that grocery store.
What grocery store did you go
The
to?
most amazing place I've ever been in life.
Here?
Yes!
Downstairs? I come from the wrong angle. That's my problem.
Have you been to
The
the
one,
grocery store?
the one behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live there. I'm literally there like all the time. We're live
How
here.
have you not been there?